you know, the old school analog, well, no, I guess it's digital computing is just based on zeros and ones. You're either this or you're that, and there's no in between. But now computing is moving into quantum, where things can be kind of both, or a little bit of zero and a little bit of one. And that's how I kind of feel with my disability, because I'm neither completely disabled and I'm neither fully able. I'm somewhere in between. I can kind of go back and forth and experience both worlds.
You say I'm.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm Dan. I've had MS for about 20 years. I'm a retired ER doctor. I wear many different hats in my life now. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, an adaptive climber.
I'm okay. I know. I thought I'm waiting for some reading material. Like I've been like without anything to do.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sorry, for the new volunteers, we'll try to match you up with non-new climbers and vice versa. But we also will have roughly one-to-one person. I'll be wandering around. I'll pair people up as they come in for the most part. Like, this is a great person. Dan, I think I'm going to play with the group. Dan is one of our competitive climbers also, and so is Sarah. You said you were new, right?
Yeah, so when I was first diagnosed, it was a difficult time because I was 30 years old. We had just moved to Massachusetts. I had just passed my boards for ER. We were in the process of buying a house. My daughter had just been born. She was 9 months old. There were a lot of things that now suddenly like, uh-oh, what does that mean like for the future?
Okay. You both. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
Choosing when to stop working in the ER is a very, very hard decision for me. And I knew that I didn't want to get to the point where I was concerned that I might make a mistake, and I wanted to stop before that. And I had already cut down on my hours and cut down on working nights, and had increased the amount of rest between shifts. But it just got to the point where it was a little bit stressful, and I found myself limiting myself in my daily life because I didn't want to waste energy having fun. Every time I'm able to do something, whether it's going skiing or adaptive climbing, I know that's a gift. When I show up for adaptive sports or adaptive climbing, that right away you see the volunteers, they all look to see who's coming in the door, because you don't know what's coming through the door, and everybody's happy to see you and excited to climb, and that does feel kind of similar to what I've had to give up.
All right, gotcha.
When I stopped working, my doctor told me, okay, your new job is going to the gym. I needed to keep exercise and physical fitness as a priority for me, and that absolutely has been a game changer for me. With MS, it helps with my balance, and it helps with stamina, and it helps increase my threshold for heat tolerance. So the benefits are extremely good. And yes, it helps with cognition, I think. I had been going to the gym for a while and making that a part of my job, but it still did feel like a job. What I found with adaptive sports is that it's sort of like a cheat code, because you get the exercise, but I don't really feel like I'm going. It doesn't feel like a job, you know. it feels like a treat. I've noticed, actually, this is just a climbing thing, that if I don't climb every week, that I noticed a difference in my abilities. I think there's just there's a little bit of a loss of strength or coordination for me, maybe with my MS. The more you exercise, it raises the threshold for when the MS symptoms would kick in. So now I can go harder, longer, faster, before I crossed that threshold. Whereas if I didn't exercise, just doing one half climb, I'd feel awful. But now I can do 10 climbs before I get to that level. When my wife posts stuff on Facebook about, oh, here's Dan doing a 100-mile bike ride, or here's Dan sailing, or here's Dan climbing the mountains in New Hampshire, that it almost seems too much of a disconnect from people's perspective of what does it mean to have MS, and what does that mean that you can do. I don't know what the future is going to help, what the future holds, but I do know that I want to be in the best position that I can be physically, mentally, for if something were to happen, at least I'd have the strength and the ability to deal with it.